In the world of Japanese technology, there's a ghost that haunts the assembly lines. It is called tetraphobia, the fear of a number 4. In Japanese, the word for 4 is pronounced sure, which is a homonym for death. For decades, Canon has respected this superstition, skipping the number 4 in their flagship lineups. We went from the EOS 3 to the EOS 5. We went from the R3 to the R5. But the silence has been broken. Rumors from the heart of the supply chain suggest that Canon is preparing to release the most controversial camera in its history, the EOS R4. This isn't just a new model. It is a strategic assault on the high-resolution throne currently occupied by Sony and Nikon. We're talking about a flagship monster that threatens to redefine the full-frame limit. Today, we are breaking down everything we know, the potential for a massive 80-megapixel stacked sensor, the holy grail of noise reduction, and the price point that might just break the internet. To understand the R4, we have to look at the current battlefield. Right now, Canon has a clear gap in its professional lineup. The R1 and R3 own the world of speed for sports and photojournalism, while the R5 Mark II is the ultimate hybrid jack of all trades. But if you're a commercial photographer shooting billboard for Times Square, or a landscape artist who needs to crop 400% into a mountain range, Canon has been trailing. The Sony A7RV's 61 megapixels has been the gold standard for pure detail, and Nikon Z8 and Z9 have solidified the high-res professional space. The R4 is Canon's answer. They aren't just matching the competition, they are attempting to lap them. Leaks suggest an 80-megapixel sensor, moving the R4 out of the realm of standard cameras and pushing it into medium-format territory, but with the speed, versatility, and lens ecosystem of a 35mm system. How do you pack 80 million pixels onto a full-frame sensor without destroying image quality? Usually, smaller pixels mean worse low-light performance because each pixel captures fewer photons. To combat this, Canon is reportedly utilizing a stacked BSI, back-illuminated CMOS sensor. By stacking the circuitry behind the photodiodes, they increase the fill factor, allowing the pixels to be smaller without losing as much light-gathering efficiency. But the real secret weapon is the DIGIC Accelerator. The R4 is rumored to feature a specialized AI chip that handles noise reduction directly in the raw pipeline. This is the holy grail of imaging. Instead of applying a smeary filter after the photo is taken, the camera analyzes the photon structure in real time. This could allow photographers to shoot at ISO 6400 while maintaining a grain profile usually reserved for ISO 800. For wedding photographers working in dark cathedrals or event shooters in dimly lit halls, this technology changes the fundamental rules of exposure. However, 80 megapixels creates a massive data headache. A single uncompressed RAW file at 80 MP can exceed 120 megabytes. If you shoot at 20 frames per second, you are asking the camera to process 2.4 gigabytes of data every single second. This is why the R4 isn't just about the sensor, it is about the plumbing. Expect the R4 to require the absolute fastest CF Express type B Gen 4 cards. Rumors suggest a massive internal buffer capable of holding over 100 RAW frames before slowing down. This enables a revolutionary wildlife mode, where you can shoot an 80 MP image, crop 50% in post-production, and still have a 40 MP file. It effectively turns your 400mm lens into an 800mm lens with the press of a button, all while retaining more detail than most flagship cameras can produce at full frame. For years, Canon has used dual pixel AF, where each pixel is split into two halves, left and right. While industry-leading, it can occasionally struggle with horizontal lines. The R4 is rumored to be the debut of Quad Pixel Autofocus, QPAF. By splitting the pixel into 4 quadrants, the camera gains cross-type sensitivity across 100% of the sensor. It doesn't matter if your subject is moving vertically, horizontally, or diagonally. The R4 will see it. Combined with deep learning subject tracking for animals, vehicles, and eyes, this could be the stickiest autofocus system ever made, rivaling the predictive capabilities of the R1. Professionals have often complained that the R5 is slightly too small for big lenses, while the R3 is too bulky for travel. The R4 is targeting the Goldilocks zone. To handle 8K video and 80MP processing, the body will likely be slightly thicker than the R5 to allow for a more robust heat sink and thermal management. We also expect a full-size HDMI port, a critical upgrade for professional video workflows where micro HDMI ports are notoriously fragile. The viewfinder is also getting a massive upgrade to a 9.44 million EVF with high luminance. At this level of resolution, you need to see exactly what you are hitting, and this EVF is designed to look like a window rather than a screen. While the R4 is a stills-first camera, its video specs are powerful enough to challenge many dedicated cinema cameras. It will likely offer 8K 60p internal RAW video, utilizing that 80MP sensor for incredible detail. Imagine 4K video derived from an oversampled 8K source. The sharpness will be unrivaled. We also expect the inclusion of professional codecs like XFAVC-S and XFFS. This makes the files easier to edit in professional software without needing a supercomputer for every single clip. Though a powerful machine will still be necessary to handle the sheer volume of data generated by an 80MP sensor. This brings us to the price of excellence. The R4 is expected to land around $4,500. While expensive, if you compare it to a medium-format camera like the Fujifilm GFX 100S2, it is actually a value proposition. You're getting the resolution of medium format with the autofocus speed and lens variety of a sports camera. However, for the hobbyist, this is a major commitment. Between the camera, the new RFL series VCM glass designed to resolve such high detail, and the massive storage upgrades required, you are looking at a significant professional investment. The Canon EOS R4 is more than just a camera. It is a statement of intent. Canon is signaling that they no longer fear the number 4, and they no longer intend to surrender the high-resolution crown to Sony. It is a specialist tool for those who demand the absolute maximum from their files. But is 80 megapixels overkill for your workflow? Are we reaching a point of diminishing returns? Or is this the resolution revolution you have been waiting for?